Okay, Toti, go ahead.
Yeah. Yung follow through ko lang yung sinasabi nyo, itanong mo kung nanalo ba si Noynoy o hindi. No? Nung minomonitor namin yung elections in 2010, Philippine Communist Society, nakita namin ang lamang ni Noynoy sa susunod na kandidato, which was President Estrada, was 1.8 million.
Okay.
And then it narrowed to 1.4 million.
Okay.
Before nagkaroon ng news blackout for 2 hours. And then after nagkaroon ng news blackout ng 2 hours, eto na lumabas sa TV ng mga alas 3 na madaling araw, si Chairman Melo, sinasabi, lamang na si Noynoy, 5 million. Sa amin, anong nangyari ng 2 oras? Maaring may nangyari nung mga magmamagic. And sa amin, yun ang aming pinasuspetsa, na yun mismo nagkaroon. And then, paano pang nagsusuporta itong argumento? Inamin mismo ni Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile sa harap ng plenary, joint national board, na natanggap ng kanilang opisina yung transmission sa lahat itong mga Pcos, ang numero ng mga number of registered voters, 256 million registered voters.
256
200,
million?
sinabi niya yun sa plenary. At naka-minutes yun. Kaya nga sabi namin, kung lumabas yun, dapat imbestigahan na kaagad yun. At bakit? Bakit 5 times? And then pinabayaan nilang Smartmatic, i-rewrite yung 256 at gawin nilang 52 million. Mali na kaagad yun eh.
Yes.
Doon pa lang ebidensya na merong pagkukulang, may pandaraya nangyari dito o merong hindi katiwa-tiwalang pangyayari dito. Kaya nga dapat imbestigahan yun. Kaya lang, dahil hindi naintindihan ni Senate President Enrile yung kapakanan ng ganung nangyari, pinabayaan na lang yung mga Smartmatic magbago ng
Would a sober mind consider this? They used this in 2010. In 2013, its defects were exposed. Could it be possible that it was already defective in 2010? Or the others will say, no, it was not defective in 2010. It was only in 2013 that it was defective. Which argument has wisdom?
Ang nangyayari nga dito, na nakikita namin, unang-una, inamin na rin ni Chairman Brillantes, I think it was December 4, during the joint Congressional Oversight Committee, on the question of Inky Reyes, Attorney Inky Reyes. Tinanong siya ni Attorney Inky Reyes, nagkaroon po ba ng source code review noong 2010? At saka noong 2013. Inaamin na mismo ni COMELEC Chairman na hindi nagkaroon. Okay? So, doon pa lang, pilit nilang itinatama ang isang proseso na mali. Okay. Ngayon, pupunta naman tayo ngayon doon sa Joint Oversight Committee hearing na naman. In an exchange, ito, sometime September, between Alan Cayetano and Chairman Brillantes. No? Yung sinasabi kanina ni Toti ng mga digital lines. No? Tinanong siya na posible po ba na 4 ang boto ay ilalabas ng Smartmatic 12? Inamin ni Chairman Brillantes yun, and it's on record. Pwede po yan. Yan po ba yung nangyari noong 2013, sabi ni Cayetano? Opo, nangyari po yan. In other words, verified nila. Nangyari po ba yan noong 2010? Yun, doon umatras ng konti si Brillantes kasi maapektuhan yung nag-appoint sa kanya. Sabi niya, hindi pa po namin na-check yun.
I have a question. This kind of system, does it only affect national office, local office, or are we saying, somebody is saying, they can pick and choose this area from head all the way down to the foot. This area only national office. This area only local offices. I mean, there must be a master planner to this already. I mean, this is the grand slam for conspiracists theory.
Okay, in 2010, during the committee hearing headed by Ted Locsin, nandun si Governor Barbers. At he testified in that committee na nilapitan daw siya ng operator, asking him, bigyan mo kami ng 50 million, itong mangyayari, mananalo ka. Pag hindi mo bibigyan, ito sa 1 week before, itong mangyayari. Which, nangyari nga, yung nagkaroon ng CF card na mismatch yung bilang. So, from that statement, that testimony, makikita mo na meron din local operation at merong national. So, sabi nga namin, yung nawala ng 2 oras yung transmission at walang na-display noong 2010, sa amin, ang may control nun yung central. Pero meron din kumukontrol din sa local.
Sa baba?
Oo. So, widespread rin sila. Whoever this operator...
Sindikato talaga.
Oo. Malaki.
So, this thing can only happen, it cannot only be just COMELEC. We are agreed with this, no?
We are agreed
it cannot only be COMELEC. So, it has to go what? Lower or higher?
Higher.
I'm going to give you that option. Lower or higher?
Lower and higher.
Both.
Both.
and wider. Kasi,
How high should this thing go, therefore?
Ay, so the office of
the highest
President.
law of the land.
Do we throw the glove or the gauntlet all the way at the doorstep of the president's desk?
Where does the buck stop? At the office of the President.
Ako naman, ibang sagot ko dyan. Eto na lang, kung hindi siya kasama dyan, na tinatanggi niya yan up to 2013, na hindi siya nakikialam sa eleksyon, bakit hindi niya ipasok ang reforma? Sapagkat yan ang daang matuwid. Di ayusin niya. Di ba? Ilagay niya sa tama. Hindi niya nilalagay sa tama eh.
Sasagutin ka ng Malacanang. For example, sa 2013, hindi nanalo si Senator June Magsaysay, Liberal Party. Hindi nanalo si Barakel. Well supported namin yan. Tao talaga na. Haligi namin yan. Hindi nanalo. Kung kontrolado namin ng eleksyon, dapat nanalo yung dalawa na yan.
Eric, salita niya lang yan. In truth and in fact, nilaglag nila si Magsaysay. Noon lang natalo sa eleksyon sa Pilipinas ang isang Magsaysay. Dick Gordon natalo sa eleksyon?
Pinatakbo lang nila yung June Magsaysay para matalo, gano'n?
Showbiz nga ito eh. Showbiz. Can you imagine? I'm telling you.
Okay.
6 senators with 20% diniklara na nila.
Okay.
Now, si Melchor Magdamo mismo, attorney ng COMELEC, ang nagsabi, bakit nangyari yun? Kasi, pag hindi nila dineklara yung ano na yun, nagmamadali silang kumulekta nung balance na 50% eh. Kasi ang usapan, 50% down, 50% upon proclamation.
Okay.
So 20% pa lang na results, nag-ano na sila, nagdeklara na sila, para makuha na nila yung 100% ng suhol na kontrata.
Kasi naninigurado sila na yung 20% transmission, yung tally, makukuha na nila yung 60-30-10 na sinasabi nga ni Ado towards the latter part. Alam na rin nila, nabulungan na rin sila.
Tapos yung boto mismo ni Grace po, umakyat ng 26, bumaba ng 21, bumaba ng 16. Hindi na maintindihan.
You're saying it was recalibrated?
Recalibrated kasi doon sa 26, lumalabas 90 million ang bumoto. 54 million lang ang registered
Now, Toti,
voters.
this has to be computer experts also.
Yes, exactly.
This has to be who in the computer computer world.
Yeah. Alam mo,
Have you been able to identify who these individuals are?
Well, we cannot. If anybody who knows programming, everybody's a suspect. Even I could be a suspect. Anybody who knows programming. Pero doon kaya kami pinopromote na ethical practice, ethical conduct. Because if we do not promote the ethical practice, which is what are our pillars in the computer society, talagang wild, wild west.
Toti, to do this kind of a program, how many people do you need? I mean, if let's say you went to the dark side, if I might choose that word, ilang tao kailangan mo para ayusin natin tong eleksyon?
Easily, if you have about 1,600 local government units, about 2,000 would be a good number. So that everybody is a monitor, and then you can create volunteers down the road, and then they have to be trained.
So you need 2,000 computer experts?
So to speak, yes. Yeah, so that you can address all types of issues right there and then in the ground.
I think you have to go back to school and you better teach these people some
No,
more
actually,
ethics.
that's what we teach
Ethics
our
and
students.
morality. My goodness, they're
That's
selling
what
the
we're
country
teaching our
down.
students, and in fact, our students are in a dilemma. Bakit ganito ang what we teach them in
Yes.
class, and in practice is different. So we're telling you that's in the field of political science, not computer science.
Is there a way for you to throw a Trojan horse, if I might use a very, that term?
I will throw that to Ado, being the political analyst.
Into the system so that hindi maganap itong ganitong klaseng kalukuhan sa computer system.
Actually, right now, in this day of age, about information security, we're talking about nation-state sponsored hacks.
Yeah.
So in other words, even big governments are behind
Yes.
hacks. So we may also be in that trap. But even big government or big industries are also behind this conspiracy or behind this operation.
I'll give you a very, it's a, how do I say that? It's collateral thinking, it's, how do you call that? To torpedo, I'm just thinking out loud, I'm not saying do it, to torpedo the 2016 election. You know there's going to be cheating.
Yeah.
Put a virus into the system so that it really clearly will be a failure of election, and then you have a basis to request for new elections. What do you think?
Well, a lot of people are now saying the way things are going, there will be no 2016 election. Kasi ano na eh, parang people power na eh. Na desperate moments require desperate measures.
Okay.
Yun na eh. Kasi kung itong lawlessness, talagang hindi na mapipigilan, marami ng galit ngayon. Ha? Nandiyan ang mga estudyante, nandiyan ang IT industry, nandiyan ang clergy, alam na nila ito eh.
Yes.
Ha? Nandiyan ang mga
What are the other religions and churches doing?
NGOs. Oo. Kaya nagkakasama-sama na, nagkakaisa-isa na ng isip na kung walang reforma talaga that will create substantial reforms for the 2016 election, wag na tayong mag-eleksyon. Wag na
Okay.
tayong mag-eleksyon.
That's the political side. But
On the
on the techie side,
on the technical
okay, I
side,
tell you,
okay.
how do we torpedo this
Alright,
election?
alright,
They're
okay.
going to cheat.
Okay.
So let's make the obvious more obvious. Let's put a virus into this election so that we can say that the election was a
We
failure.
cannot vouch for that. I mean, I have to be very candid about that. We cannot vouch to
To put a virus?
put a virus. Rather, ito na lang in a higher moral ground. What we would require our younger students
Yes.
to build a system of monitoring the results right there and then. Because under Republic Act 1969, it was required by law that COMELEC should post the results in an open area so
Yes.
that people can take pictures of that. Once they take picture of that, they can enter the results on a tablet, transmit that on a parallel count, and then at least that is some evidence they can gather. And then also it's required by law that the COMELEC must host the posting on the website, and that website should maintain for 3 years. Ngayon, on our side, the technical side, that is the most that we can do to monitor the election returns as well as do exit polling. Also by social media, which is established that.
Let me use the word angel hackers or whatever
Okay,
you call them.
okay.
Can somebody do that?
Oh yeah, anybody can.
Can
do that.
torpedo this election
Oh, yes,
so
yes,
that
yes.
it will come out they're going to cheat.
There is a community of hackers. By all means.
This is for the moral high ground of the nation. There will be cheating, whether we like it or not. The angel hackers will say, let's make the obvious more obvious. There will be a failure of election so that the declaration can be more obvious.
My fear here is that these criminals are determined and deliberate.
Okay.
Regardless of that, they will still
Say
proclaim.
and say that the elections was fine
yes.
despite the virus.
According to the highest bidder. Kaya ngayon pa lang, naaawa ako dito sa mga taong nag-vetting na, no? Binay, Rojas, Grace po, kung sino-sino dyan, no? Pointless eh. Pointless. Kasi yung boto naman ng tao, hindi naman yun ang bibilangin eh. So bakit pa tayo mag-vetting? So even, ito nga ang challenge ko sa mga kongresista eh. Kayo mismo ang unang magiging biktima. Yung mga congressmen na naglilimbag na ating batas. You will be the first victims of this because hindi yung boto ng mga constituents yung bibilangin. Yung pera nyo ang bibilangin. What if the other guy outbids you? Papayag ba kayo nun?
Okay, what does
Kaya ganun eh.
What does that tell us as a people? This thing happened 2010. It happened in 2013. There seems to be what?
May sinabi kanina si Toti na ako talagang hindi na ako makatulog because as a student leader,
Galit ka, Ado.
we
Galit
were formed to think ideals,
Yes.
values,
Beyond ourselves.
morals, beyond ourselves.
Beyond ourselves, yes.
Selfless,
Yes.
no? Life-giving.
Yes.
Ganyan ang ating orientation not only as students but also as Filipinos.
More importantly,
Diba?
Ado, we're thinking because we're not going to live forever.
Yeah.
These people
Right.
think they will live forever.
Ngayon, itong nangyayari, ang namamatay, lalo na sa mga estudyante ni Toti, yung exceptionalism at pag yan naging, kaya nga ang sabi ko, itong sistema natin ngayon, no? Corruption of the people's money, hindi na natin diniscuss yun, no? Corruption of the people's will, corruption of the people's sovereignty, corruption of the